since you mentioned the gear side of it, let's talk gear. Like, what do you guys take out as like a live rig? And pardon my ignorance, but with lap steel, are you playing like, I know like with pedal steel, they love like those PV Nashville amps and things with a ton of headroom. Are you kind of doing that thing? It sounds like to me, like in your music, you've got a grittier tone than that. So like, are you playing similar amps and pedals to like what we would be playing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, like I just play through a Fender Deluxe right now because it's a tried and true standby on the road. And then I keep my pedals pretty simple. Like I always have a drive because I do feel that steels tend to be very piercing and tinny. So I feel like I'm always trying to get away from that. Like, what can I add? Low end, mid range to kind of counteract that metal on metal because I have metal picks and it's a metal bar. Everything is just very bright. So I'm always. And
it's hard for me to see because we're doing this remotely. But like, do you have multiple pickups? Like, what's the pickup setup on a steel?
This is actually my design, which is very much inspired by Rickenbacker. So I've got just a Lawler horseshoe, which is a remake of those old Rickenbacker lap steels, the Pandas made from Bakelite, and I love the tone of those. I think those are the most amazing lap steels.
So you're not doing like toggle switching to the neck pickup to the bridge and any of that kind of stuff?
Nope.
And what you mentioned you had gain on your pedal board, but what overdrives do you
so I use the TB drive, which is, I would say it's a boutique pedal that is a little bit like two tube screamers stacked. So you can turn one off or turn them both on if you want a lot.
Yeah,
but
wow.
yeah, I just use one of those channels, and it's a very warm sounding drive.
And Rebecca, what about you? I feel like I've seen you playing Strats a lot, but you don't have a Strat in your hands right now. So I'm guessing you're not exclusively that.
Thank you for noticing. I identify as a Strat player, but my guitar vault is actually with our guitar tech, and so he is giving me. We've been in like 8 different climates in the last week and a half, so he's making sure that they're all happy for us to go back on the road. So I'm really excited because I never get to play this guitar, which I'm very excited to have with me. I have a beautiful, really pristine 60s SG, which I adore. So I'm going to play that for a little bit. And then a buddy of mine actually has built this gorgeous, like sort of his own hodgepodge together telly that sounds really amazing.
Dig it. What's the builder on that?
So the builder, I'm actually not sure if they've settled on the name. I think they're calling it Rust Guitars, but it's the Brenton family. And so they're better known for making the Tyler amps, which clearly my husband's name is Tyler Bryant. And so what better anniversary present for me to give him 2 years ago than to track down one of these Tyler amps, which is another boutique company. And so I bought this amp, and they're based here in Nashville, made some friends. And so now they've just become like a really cool resource. It's father and son. They're both John Tyler. So they picked Tyler for the amp company.
Cool.
And so now it's just, it's going wild. They're doing guitars, they're building amps, they're doing everything great. They're not leaving any bread on the table for the rest of us, but that's okay.
And so what like amps and pedals and stuff are you playing through?
Yeah,
did you say is the Tyler what you're playing through live?
You know, I actually have not toured with the Tyler yet. I'm with Megan because we wind up doing so many fly dates that we do just backline some reissues deluxes, which I was trying to break out this year and like mess around with like an AC30 or like try a Marshall just to see.
Those are good matched together too. You could do the deluxe and the AC30
and I think it would be so cool, but then I realized I might hear myself as a Fender tone human.
Right.
And like, because it's weird how much of like your personality like kind of becomes intermeshed with your tone and your touch. And I was surprised at how uncomfortable I felt hearing a different tone coming out of the amp. So I think I'm going to experiment a little bit more.
But I'm a huge David Lindley fan, so I am now in search of the like Dumble tone. So I've been
Without the Dumble price tag.
with that. I mean, I would love to have
That's
a
the
Dumble
problem.
amp, but obviously no.
For anybody watching the show, we would all love Dumble
Wouldn't
amps.
we?
So if there's some rich benefactor out there wants to pick a few of them up and send them our way, I'm just saying
We
we'll
wouldn't
take
turn
them.
it down.
We'll receive
That's
the
right.
package.
That's right.